Hey, welcome back to our channel. For today's video, I am going to do the meme that's been going around on YouTube, which is reacting to your assumptions, and I did a little twist on it. And so I did reacting to your assumptions about my dogs. So I posted asking for people's assumptions about any one of my dogs or all of my dogs on my different social media channels, pages. The links to our Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, all that good stuff, is in the description box below. And so I posted there a couple of weeks ago and I've been meaning to make this video, so now I'm finally getting around to doing it. So these are the assumptions about my dogs. I assume that Charlotte's ears are super soft. That is incredibly true. Charlotte has very, very, very soft ears. Charlotte, you wanna come show your ears and how soft they are? Charlotte, come! You hear her. She's coming from the other side of the house. Good girl, come on! Good girly. Hey, baby. She is coming. I hear her. Good girl. You have the softest ears. You have the softest ears and the best cum. You were, I think, upstairs and on the other side of the house. You good girl. Softest ears. That's another assumption. That Sirius is very drooly. She is incredibly drooly. Sirius is in Newfoundland. And that Mercury isn't loud / doesn't bark much. That is not actually true. He is pretty loud when he wants to be. He barks when there's something to bark at. Mercury is my retired service dog. He's 16 and a half years old. So he is not what I would call barky. He certainly isn't like the stereotype of like a yippy small dog, but when he barks, it's loud. Next assumption. I assume that Sirius is the softest, warmest, drooliest, maybe, cuddliest, tiny giant ever. So Sirius is very tiny for a giant. She's only 100 pounds. Which is very small for a Newfoundland. She's not especially cuddly. This is a big assumption people have about her. People assume she's really cuddly. She's not. Charlotte is my cuddly bug. Charlotte will cuddle all the time, whenever. Sirius, she'll cuddle kind of to humor me. Yeah, but it's not her jam. Other assumptions. That Charlotte is always making those adorable facial expressions that your photos always seem to capture, and that she knows something we don't. Charlotte does take very cute pictures, and I do assume that Charlotte knows many things that we don't know. Huh, Miss Charlotte. And that Mercury is perhaps no longer as fierce as he once was before he retired, comes with age, but still just as fiercely loyal and loving, and that he doesn't let his medical issues get him down. That is true. Mercury is a tiny little badass, and he was hiking on the beach last week. He very much still enjoys hanging with the big dogs. And then another assumption is that Charlotte is the smartest one. And they clarified that, but maybe because I just hardcore relate to her hypervigilance. I know, are you the smartest? That's a hard one to answer. The dogs are all really smart in different ways. I would say in terms of who learns things very, very quickly and is able to generalize those skills, I would say that Charlotte is really, really skilled in that way. But they all are smart in very different ways. Like Sirius is definitely really skilled at sort of any trick or training that involves like physically moving her body. Charlotte is amazing at very detail-oriented tricks, and Mercury obviously is a retired service dog, and so is really smart in those ways. Somebody else's assumption was that the dogs are smart, fun, cuddly Wookiees of joy. They're really, really smart. They're very, very sweet and filled with joy. So I will say yes, accurate. Somebody said, I assume that Charlotte wants to be my friend. That's probably true. Charlotte is not a fan of dogs she doesn't know, but really loves 99.999% of people. She thinks people are amazing. That Sirius would lay on my feet. That is probably not true. She is not one that will seek out physically laying on people very often. And definitely, well, that's not, she might actually. I would say she doesn't lay on people she doesn't know, but when we were at Clicker Expo in January, she absolutely fell asleep and rolled and was like laying on somebody's feet, and I was going to move her, and they were like, no, she's adorable. And somebody said, and Mercury would tell me stories with his eyes. That's true. He's really expressive. They're all really expressive. Somebody said Mercury is the queen. He is the queen. Somebody said that they are some of the best loved dogs in the world. I sure think so. I love these dogs to pieces. They are my whole world. Somebody said that they are well-trained and good citizens, but not in a goody two-shoes kind of way. Like, if I met them at a party, I'd probably want to hang back and talk to them, but they'd be like, nope, sorry, gotta make the rounds, but good to meet you. Ooh, that's an interesting one. We work really hard for our dogs to be good citizens in the world. And I know we do. And it would depend on the sort of party and which of my dogs. Mercury will hang out with anybody at a party. Charlotte very much makes friends with people at parties and will like hang with them before making her rounds. Sirius, she will want you to play with her, and anybody that's playing with her, she's in with them at the party. I kind of imagine Mercury and Charlotte to be like Elizabeth and Jane in Pride and Prejudice. I've never read Pride and Prejudice, so I'm useless. I can't tell you if that's accurate or not. And then Charlotte, no, oh, wait. Merc is clever, snarky, fierce, and proud and indignant. That's fairly accurate for my retired guy. And Charlotte is kind and soft-hearted and shy. She is very kind and soft-hearted and shy. She tries very hard. The world is not always easy for her. And that Sirius is a giant ball of floofy toddler. That is incredibly accurate. She is such a baby. And then a friend says, I assume Sirius is equal parts of drool, shed, and cute. That is super true. So much floofy, so much shedding, so much drool. I feel like that is very much a Newfoundland puppy life. And then the last one is they are well-trained / attend lessons and classes. They are really well-trained. Though only our youngest, Sirius, goes to lessons and classes and is training in rally and competition obedience. Training classes would not be fun for my Charlotte. That would be way too stressful for her. We do a lot of trick training, and we do, she's a champion trick dog. She does parkour. We do lots of tricks and lots of training that she can do remotely because being around strange dogs is very anxiety-provoking for her, so we don't do that. And Mercury is retired, so he has gone to classes. We did a freestyle seminar a couple of years ago, but mostly he gets to just be happy and retired. Sirius, though, is up for any class, any sport, any day of the week. So those are the assumptions about my dogs. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know if you have any assumptions about my dogs. I can't even handle how cute she's being. Charlotte is just laying right here, being adorable. I know. That I didn't answer in this video. If you have assumptions that weren't asked by my followers on Facebook and Twitter, and I will answer them in an upcoming video. Bye. Have fun with your dogs.